Hi everyone, it's me Cheryl. I hope you're all alright. Today is Tuesday 19th of December 2017, but not for long. Now today is going to be a bit of a mash-up time-wise, because first of all I'm going to incorporate a segment that I recorded the same time as 17.7, but I deliberately excluded it. The reason why I excluded it is because I want to show you that particular segment with this video on either Christmas Day or Boxing Day. So although I'm recording this now on the 19th, it's probably now the 25th or the 26th when it's published. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll insert the segment from video 17.7, which I cut out of the original, and it was intended for this video, and that's what you will see now. This hat I cannot show you till Christmas when the recipient opens it, but I am so proud of it. Oh my goodness, this was like a work of art. As soon as I saw this picture, I thought, she's gonna love this. And I showed my son, and he said, oh, she'll love it. So, can't wait to show you this. It's a husky hat with pom-poms, and it's made out of King Cole Chunky. I think it's Big Family Chunky. I don't have a label with me right now. Yeah, and it's lined as well with some fleece, polar fleece. But it's incredibly thick, so I said to my son, tell your girlfriend if she wants to take the fleece out of it, it's going to be quite easy to do it and I won't be offended, I won't cry. But if she needs to take the fleece out of it, because it might be too thick for her, but it'll be fine. But yeah, that looks absolutely gorgeous. The other thing I want to show you, I have to rummage around in a bag. Okay, here's my son's socks for Christmas, and of course that is going in the secret video list. I know I've put my the hats in there, but my friends knew about the hats, and I don't think, also my sister-in-law, I don't think she watches my videos to see her son's hats, so I'm alright there. Okay, so that's the first sock for my son, and I'm on to the second. I've done the decreases. I'm on to the foot, so that won't be long before it's finished, and that is the yarn for that. Woolcraft, what does it say? Woolcraft Superwash sock. Knits to 4-ply. So is it not 4-ply? It knits to 4-ply. Yeah, 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide. Okay. He loves wearing my socks. The socks I make, so not my socks, because I wear my socks. He loves wearing my socks, and so does my husband, so they get more socks, because you always need socks, don't you? That's what I've got so far. It's going to be the Galactic Sith on Star Wars. Oh, by the way, this won't be here. This is excess. I didn't realise how small it's going to be, so I'm going to cut it off there, and I think it's, I can't remember when it, somewhere up there it'll be cut off. Now that you've seen that segment, I could show you two updates of two of the projects that I showed you, the socks and the plastic canvas. So they're finished, and then I will move on to what I've also finished in the meantime since last video. Okay. Here are the socks that I finished. As you saw, I finished one of them and I was working on the other, so there they are. How beautiful are they? Now that yarn is called, that's it, I found the yarn there, but I don't recall finding it last time. It's Woolcraft Superwash sock yarn, and I got this yarn from when I was up in Middlesbrough in February, or was it March? It was the end of February. I attended 2 funerals, do you remember? Do you remember? Did I tell you about that? Anyway, that was either the end of February or early March I was there. I get a feeling it was the end of February. February, I can't even say it. Pardon me, I haven't even been drinking or anything. Well, a cup of tea. I don't think that counts, does it? Never mind. Okay, the next thing that I finished off is the plastic canvas coaster. I don't suppose it really matters which way around it is. Had I had black and white, I would have done black and white, but I didn't. So that's like, I know it's grey, and that's, I can't decide whether it's a very dull black or a very dark brown. But it doesn't matter, you can still see what it's supposed to be. So, I'm not going to drop it. It's fine, it survived. It survived, it's there. So he will love that, and I'm going to wrap them up. Yeah, I'll wrap them up, and he will get them. Today's actually, like I did say, today's Tuesday the 19th, although you'll be seeing it next week. My son is actually, at this moment, travelling down. He's driving down. Last time I checked his location, he was stopped at a service station, so I'm glad he's getting his rest stops in. And you really don't want to hear me messing around with the elastic band to put them on there. It's just so when I wrap it up, I'm not squashing it, because, you know, some people go, or they go, and they might have a little squeeze, and yeah, well, it just happens sometimes. It's like when somebody, they say, oh, can we put this present under the tree? And I'm like, we have underfloor heating in that room. Maybe I can't put it on the floor then. And then you know, it might be chocolate. Yeah, so anyway, since my last video I began, and when I finished the socks, I began another pair of socks, this time for my husband. All those socks, by the way, were for my youngest son. So I will show you my husband's socks. And here they are, my husband's socks. Aren't they lovely? So this time I did toe up, where I've been doing toe down quite a lot, apart from when I did CJ socks. There we go. But I did them slightly different this time, the toe up. The toe up with CJ socks was basically reverse of the toe down, the cuff down, sorry. And I followed what Blooming Knitter did on her video channel. This time I didn't do it like that. I did it where I did the gusset increases, and I decreased. Did I decrease? Yes, I did, of course. I decreased actually on the heel flap. After I did the heel turn, it was like still decreasing on the heel flap, and that's what I came up with. That's it. Now this yarn, the label is, it's in here. I felt like Mary Poppins just then, rooting through that project bag, that one. I bought that from Tam's Crafty Knits in Australia. This is the yarn. It's a Regia. Now I got that, Kathy, I can't remember the last name, Yarny Bag Lady, that's it, sorry. She was doing a yarn de-stash, and I thought, oh, there's the left, that's left. I love that colour, so I thought I'll buy that, because she was selling off the yarns. And while I was there on her Etsy store, I did actually buy this as well, because I like M&M's, peanut M&M's are my favourite, so I bought that as well. Yes, Yarny Bag Lady. So that's where that yarn came from. It's really nice yarn to work with, and it's the resulting socks. And this time I did actually go up a bit further from the heel turn, from the heel flap. I went up a bit further up the calf. I think when you're first starting out on socks, particularly as you always worry that you're going to run out of yarn at first, until you get to know, actually I could have made a third sock out of that one, so I can afford to go up a little bit higher. But then there's the danger of, well, I don't want knee highs, I want it mid-calf, so that's what I did. I started to go up a bit further, add some more rows, because I know I'm pretty much safe doing that, as long as it's not knee high. But yeah, there you go. That's what's left from that. I need to weigh that, but I don't think it'll be a third sock, but never mind. My youngest son asked me to make, and I thought, oh no. He said, Mum, would you make me a Weasley blanket? And I've looked at the pattern. Oh my goodness, 89 pages on the PDF. But I went, and he said, would it help if I bought the yarn for it, you know, the specific yarns for it? And I went, son, it's a scrap yarn blanket. Does it really matter what yarns I have? I mean, I've got loads of yarns in my cake box. And this Christmas holiday, we're going to go through there and I'm going to say, what would you like in your blanket? And I will just make some squares. I said, I'm going to say, here's some squares that I've already made. Do you like them? Would you like them in your blanket? Doesn't matter what colour they are. Might have some pink. Doesn't matter. It's a scrap yarn blanket. Some of the squares are crochet, some are knit. So he can have them in a blanket. I'd be happy to do that. So I think it's something we can get our heads together, go through my cake box with my leftover yarns and I'll just make something. So it'll be a Bessborough blanket instead of a Weasley blanket, but it's the same sentiments, isn't it? And that'll be really helpful for me because sometimes I look at these cakes and I think, I don't know what to do with that. But I have had an idea about these and I don't know how it's going to work. Let's see these and this and this. Now I'm sure I've got a couple more in there, but these are like leftovers from, you know, the kind of hats I do for CD on the loom. And I showed you the last two episodes, 17.6 and 17.7, with loom hats in there. They're the leftovers and I'm thinking, what can we do with that? Well, I've had a wonderful idea. I don't know if it'll work though. Basically, it's going to be like a harlequin. Just use them randomly. Might break that up a few times. Oh look, it's already done. That won't go all the way around the loom, but hey, you know, doesn't really matter. That'll be interesting. It might look really weird, but then again, who knows? It's just an idea I'm playing with. It may not come into fruition. We'll just wait and see. Anyway, that is it. 17.8. Final video of 2017. I shall see you next year. Yes, when my numbers will be 18 point whatever. Okay, so yes, I can actually say I will see you in video 18.1. So I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or happy holidays. Yeah. And have a jolly good old time, because that's what it's for. Okay. Take care everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment and ring that bell, and so you can get updates of my next videos. Take care everyone. Bye bye.